Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to 1010 KSIR, the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tyler Carmen here alongside Rob Hastings as tonight your Brush Beet Diggers on their homecoming night get ready to take on the Blue Devils of Fort Lupton. Brush Beet Diggers are coming off a loss last week in Ray. Fort Lupton Blue Devils are 0-4 on the season. Rob, how was last night? I'm sorry, not last night, but last week. I heard it was a tough-fought game.
Yeah, it was a good, hard-fought game, but mistakes kind of got the Beet Diggers. Yeah, we got our captains out there now, and Ray Eagles ended up winning the game. What did I do with my deal? 35 to 21. Going by memory, that's not good for an old gal.
I know. Yeah, I heard they fell down early, 21-0, then battled back and tied it in the second half, 21-21, and then like you said, mistakes got them early on or later on, I should say.
Our captains tonight: Luke Seawald out there, along with Nick Wellen, Hunter Dunn, and number 74. Don't get to say Jalen Martinez is number 2 often.
No.
The linemen never get that credit.
No, linemen never do. They call them big uglies for a reason. It's just disrespectful.
It is.
Your Beet Digger starting lineup tonight is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Mobile banking on the go makes banking easier for you when you're on the go. Check it out today. Starters for your Beet Diggers: number 11, Eric Gable-Risch; number 12, Alejandro Matos Garcia; number 14, Luke Seawald; number 21, Nick Wellen; number 23, Kyle Wellen, also see significant playing time; number 33, Hunter Dunn; number 34, Jace Krieger; number 52, Cesar Nejos; number 53, Ismael Hernandez; number 77, Servando Herrera; and number 79, Joshua Cantu; number 80, Edgar Escalante; number 87, Caden Moriarty, also see a lot of playing time. The starters for the Fort Lupton Blue Devils: number 2, Joseph Welch; number 3, Dalton Malagda; number 5, Sergio Hernandez; number 28, Antonio Hernandez; number 30, Preston Clark; number 50, Uriel Ritana; number 60, Ruben Delgado; number 68, Dylan, oh man alive, I cannot pronounce that name to save my life, but I'm going to try, Dylan Nardillo; number 70, Michael Ogg; number 79, Eric Skillett; and number 88, Adrian Hernandez. How did the coin toss go, Rob? Who's receiving and who's kicking?
I was too busy looking at Armios. I think it's Dylan Armio. But in the ballpark.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Armio. Yes. Okay, we're getting set to kick off to the Blue Devils, it looks like. The Blue Devils are sending back a couple of deep backs there, number 39.
The opening kickoff tonight is brought to you by Buildings by Design. When it comes to experience, Buildings by Design is the best in the business. Quality, commitment, and experience makes Buildings by Design the only choice when it comes to your next project.
39 is Antonio Gonzalez, and it looks like number 2 out there will be Joseph Wells.
Number 13 for the Brush Beet Diggers, Braxton Shelton, is your sophomore kicker.
Going to talk to Coach Mills this morning for a little bit, and he said our kickers are really good. They didn't do really well last week. They got all the extra points, which is good. But
those are important. Those usually are what come back to bite you at the end of the game.
Yeah. Kind of a slow delay here.
It is. So number 40 for the Brush Beet Diggers, I apologize, is going to handle the opening kickoffs for tonight. That is Eric Urbina.
Yeah, Eric, one of our wrestlers, isn't it? Down there in the lighter weights.
He looks like it, especially standing there next to Aaron Taylor, sophomore number 75.
Aaron's pretty good size.
Yep.
Looks like they're going to have to hold the ball down on the tee.
Wind is blowing a little bit tonight.
Aaron will get that job.
Flag is blowing south to north. Your Brush Beet Diggers are kicking the same direction.
Welch and Gonzalez deep for the Blue Devils. In their white uniforms with blue helmets, blue pants, and we're underway. Beet Diggers are offside, and they're going to kick it through the...
That's too bad they were offside.
I think.
That thing went 8 yards deep in the end zone. That was a good kick. That wind must be blowing a little bit harder up there than what it looks like.
We got the window shut tonight. We'll blow everything away.
That's probably a smart thing to do.
I seen somebody was offside for the Beet Diggers. Dead ball offsides.
So that's going to back them up 5 yards. Coach Lance Swint already not happy with the officials.
I don't think that was official's fault. I seen a couple guys over the line.
Yep. Maybe that's who he was yelling at, was his own team. I don't know. It's hard
Probably.
to tell. It's hard to tell.
Got some young guys out there. Melvin Hernandez is on the kickoff team, along with Jackson Dunker.
So now they're going to kick off from the 35. If he kicks one like the last time, still shouldn't be an issue.
Escalante and Moriarty out there, too.
We're going to try
I think
this
we're
again.
okay.
This one's going to carry to about the 13-yard line.
And coming up the near side, Beat Diggers better get after him. And that was Joseph Wells coming clear out to about the 38-yard line, make it to 39.
Good return to start things off for the Fort Lupton Blue Devils.
They'll head to our right, to the south.
As I said before, Fort Lupton 0-4 coming in tonight.
They've faced some tough customers, though, because they lost to University, a big one, 40-0. D'Evelyn, that's another pretty good school, 44-8. Then Riverdale Ridge, 41-6. And why they played Niwot, I don't know, 52-0.
So they're going to go in a tight formation here, Fort Lupton. They're going to turn around and pitch it to number 28. That's Antonio Hernandez. If he's going to pick up,
got back to line of scrimmage.
he might have.
Might have got a half a ball length there.
From the looks of their scores from the past 4 games, Fort Lupton has a hard time scoring. Brush defense has shown sparks this year where they can be good, and then other times, usually in the second half, is where they come up and give up the big plays. Last week being the exception, obviously. They run the exact same play now to their right side. Big hit there by several beat diggers. Nick Wellen, surprise, in on the tackle.
Yeah, he hit high, and there's somebody down low there. That's good. It's good to see Ivan Cardenas back in there.
That was number 2, Joseph Welch, on the carry there.
Like a 3rd and 7, maybe 6. Set it down at 43. Staying in a pretty tight formation.
Turn around and pitch it back to the left side, number 28 again. That's Antonio Hernandez. That play might have got a yard. Doesn't look like it. It's going to stay at the 43-yard line.
Okay, Beat Digger's going to receive the punt. Ball said just short of the 44.
And a low kick that nearly got blocked. It's going to roll down to about the, call it, 31-yard line of the Brush Beat Diggers. Not a good punt, almost was blocked there. But either way, Brush Beat Diggers going to take over after a quick 3-and-out by the Fort Lupton Blue Devils.
Yeah, I was watching the warm-ups, and he was having a hard time getting them in the air.
Well, and he's kicking against the wind there, too. I'd try and keep it low myself. Number 12 for the Brush Beat Diggers, Alejandro Maltos Garcia, or Hondo as we refer to him, is going to lead the Beat Diggers from the quarterback position tonight.
He's been battling a sore ankle, so kind of anxious to see how he's going to move tonight. Kind of limited their play selection.
Brush Beat Diggers are going to turn around and hand it off to number 21, Nick Wellen. Nick Wellen's going to pick up about 7 yards on that carry.
Nice carry by Wellen. And he's leading the Patriot League in rushing, 473 yards. Gives him 118-yard average per game.
That helps your cause.
6.1 yards per carry. And he got 7 there. A little pitch here to the near side.
That's number 34, Jace Krieger. Jace Krieger's around that left side. He's going to cross midfield and get all the way to about the 36-yard line. A big pitch and run there by Jace Krieger.
Good blocking. They really sealed off this near side. Set it there at the 37.
About a 20 to 25-yard gain for 34, Jace Krieger.
Now, if I had John's sharp mind and all them numbers going around, I could tell you that. But
that is a rough estimate on my part, I can tell you right now.
That would be me, too.
Yep.
Backs in a T.
Inside handoff to Wellen, again up the middle, and Wellen's got a lot of room. And Wellen's going to get down all the way to the 15-yard line. Another 20-yard gain for the Brush Beat Diggers.
He got tackled by Joseph Welch. Welch at 5'9", 145, and that might be with all his jerseys and everything. He's not very big. He's able to get Wellen down after a nice big carry.
All of his equipment on, cleats, pads, helmet, soaking wet, brick in each pocket.
Nose the ball on the 14. Beat Diggers staying at T formation. Alejandro under center. Moriarty in motion to the far side. Hand it to Welland. Oh, that's Krieger right up the middle.
Up the middle. Krieger's going to take it in for the first touchdown of the night. First rush score of the game is brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants. Engineering and consulting services for all your projects. Strong commitment to their clients' needs. Set them apart. Get your project started the right way with Western Engineering Consultants. Little misdirection on that play right there. Everybody thought the pitch was going to Welland on the outside, and Krieger basically walked in from about 15 yards out. And the Brush Beat Diggers go up early, 6-0, 8:36 left in the first quarter. And the kick for the extra point is no good, just a hair low. It actually hit the goalpost on the low side.
With 8 minutes, 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Your game is 6.
So the kick fails. How about that? Okay. The first rush score of the game was brought to you by Western Engineering and Consultants. Engineering and consulting services for all your projects. Strong commitment to their clients. Sets them apart. Get your project started the right way with Western Engineering Consultants.
I don't have the money to hire them yet.
Oh, Chad's real reasonable. He's a great guy.
That's good. I've heard good things.
If you need anything, of course, former beat digger, or some a little prejudice, wrestler,
Sure.
wrestle for mines, and of course the beat diggers. And he was in the Olympic program until he kind of broke a neck, kind of slowed down his career.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Beat Diggers from their own 40-yard line going to kick off. 8.5 minutes left in the first quarter. No offsides there. This kick's going to travel to about the 10-yard line.
Welch has got it. He cuts off to the far side, cuts back up, still going, breaks through a tackle. Finally, he's hit down at the 36.
Yep, about the 36-yard line. Another good return for the Blue Devils.
Brought down by number 75, Aaron Taylor.
Aaron Taylor on the tackle, number 75.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 36 of the Blue Devils. First and 10.
Fort Lupton runs a very tight formation offense. About 7 guys on the line, another 2 playing at tight end position.
Well, that wing on the far side stands looking at us. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what that's all about.
And that's usually who the ball goes to. They
Well, now he's going to look the other way.
pitch around.
That's Antonio Hernandez. He's carried it a couple times.
They're gonna
And, fumble.
They faked the pitch to Welch and tried to make an inside handoff and ended up fumbling the ball, but looks like they dove right back on it. Maybe they even lost a yard there. They're going to be at the 35-yard line.
There's Dalton Malanga. He was able to, he kind of bounced off of him. He jumped on it. He was able to keep the ball for Fort Lupton. Second, call it 11 for the Blue Devils. Beat Diggers in their home uniforms, yellow pants, Cardinal jerseys and helmets. Numbers in bright yellow, usually pretty easy to see.
Fort Lupton, second down. Welch comes in motion, is going to line up behind his fullback. They're going to do a little stretch play. Welch off his right guard, going to pick up about 6 yards on the carry. He's going to be about the 41-yard line.
6 or 7, I think. Yeah, they're going to put it at 42. 41 and a half. It's kind of muddy out in that point there.
Just in there. Got our windows closed in here, Rob, and I still got papers blowing all over.
There's a window open somewhere. Their best gain there for Fort Lupton. 3rd and 4. Now they got one back running across the other way.
They're going to fake the pitch, and the quarterback's going to try and take it off the right side. And that's number 14, Luke Seawald, with the big tackle. They're going to lose, call it 4 yards on that carry.
They're setting up the punt again. Seawald got a hold of the jersey.
The rusher there was the quarterback, Dalton Malagna.
I was afraid he might get that horse collar, but he had a hold of the sleeve and ripped him down with that. Kind of a high snap and a high punt, but it's not going anywhere over the Beat Diggers bench onto the track, right in front of us, short of the 50-yard line. Get a good spot. I don't know about that spot. Coach is kind of saying, wait a minute. Gave him about 5 yards on that.
There's the home field advantage there.
That wasn't there.
No.
Trying to even it up a little.
Yeah, man.
They'll set it down at the 48 of Fort Lupton. First and 10 Beat Diggers.
Still good starting field position for the Brush Beat Diggers.
Big 7.
I'm sorry, Rob. Edgar Escalante is going to split out to the far side. Luke Seawald here to the near. That's where Hondo's looking. Luke Seawald down the left side. Luke Seawald's got the reception, and he's going to be dragged down at about the 10-yard line. What a reception. They were looking for that the whole way. Hondo, awesome throw there and catch by Luke Seawald.
Oh, man, they sorted him about 3 yards on that catch, but set it down at the
That's going to be a 30-yard gain.
A beautiful pass from Hondo. Seawald caught it in stride and just got caught by the ankles.
Yeah, he had touchdown written all over that.
Cardenas to the near side.
They're going to do inside handoff to Wellen again. Wellen's going to spin and churn his legs for a couple yards.
Down to the 5. I think his first team, the Beat Diggers, are probably bigger than.
Yeah, not a lot of 200-pounders here for the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. They've got a couple here.
79 over there's 6'5" and 290. He's pretty good sized.
That's a big boy.
He is.
They have another number 66, 6'1", 290. John Roca. That's another big boy. My goodness.
Oh, right up the middle. Oh no, it was a pitch.
He faked it to Nick Wellen up the middle. And number 23 for the Brush Beat Diggers, Kyle Wellen, ran it right in off the left side there. Had Rob fooled, had I fooled, I think had everybody in the stadium fooled there.
Oh, yeah, they really fooled me. I thought it was Nick right up the middle. He would have been in for his end zone. Let's see, how long was that? 5 yards?
Yeah, about 5 yards. So 5.5 minutes now. Brush Beat Diggers go up 12-0. They're going to attempt the extra point again. They missed their first one. Oh, and it's going to be a fake. They're going to try and convert the extra 2 points here. Caden Schwint's going to overthrow his intended receiver. Had a little fumble there on the.
Or was that Cardenas? 5, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Swint.
Caden Schwint
Right.
overthrew his receiver by just a hair. Kind of had to, though, to get it over the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. So either way, Brush Beat Diggers 2 quick early scores here in the first quarter. Like I said, 5.5 minutes left to go. 12-0. Beat Diggers lead.
So, Beat Diggers will like that.
That's the best start I've seen of them this year.
2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Both aided by very good field position thanks to poor Fort Lupton punts.
See, Eric Risch is out there. He's on the far side over there. Along with Ty Griffith, he's back after his shoulder injury. I think Jonathan Becker's out there too. So. And Eric Urbina set to kick it away. Big number 40.
Big number 40. From the 40-yard line. This is a low screamer. It's going to bounce at about the 15. It's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be a flag.
So Fort Lupton will start at their own 35. Pretty good field position.
Beat Diggers will trot their defense out.
Beat Diggers with that 48-yard on their touchdown run. They
got about what?
48.
5 plays? 4 plays?
Wasn't very many. That good pass and a couple of runs. Get the chain set.
This ball's going to be placed at the Fort Lupton 35-yard line.
Malanga comes into the play, and I think gets in that quarterback position. I don't know what you call that lineup.
I don't know either. It's a real tight formation. They run a little option there. He's going to pitch it back to number 28, Hernandez. Flag flies. That's going to be probably holding on the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. Pretty good carry. Picked up about 9 yards, but I think it's coming back.
I think so. It looked a little disjointed on the start of that play.
A little bit. Quarterback takes a snap under center, turns around, either has the option to continue to run around the edge or pitch it to his running back, and quarterback got tied up early on, so went ahead and pitched it. Hernandez turned it upfield, picked up a solid gain, but like I said, holding. It's going to come back. Flag was on about the 36-yard line, so they're going to walk this back to the 26. 10-yard penalty.
That lineup's kind of strange because the two slot backs at either end of the line of scrimmage are facing each other, and sometimes they put one of them in motion and do a pitch.
What would be your wideouts, I would suppose, are in tight and are set up towards the inside.
Got a pass coming.
Oh, he's going to fall down, and that should be a sack. That should be a sack for number 14, Luke Seawald. That's going to lose even more yards. That was all the way back to the 16-yard line. That's another 10-yard loss.
That was all over Malonga. He looked up and he just had number 14 right in his face. He kind of slipped and went down, but
either way, good play for the Brush Beat Diggers. And now Fort Lupton has second and absolutely forever. 10, 20,
37 yards or so.
A long ways to go. Lined up in their same formation. They're going to turn around, look back to pass again. Quarterback's going to be flushed out to the right, and he's going to be dropped again. This looks like it's going to be right at about the line of scrimmage. He might have scavenged a yard out of that.
That looked like Servando Herrera was in on that with about a couple of other guys.
Brush Beat Diggers gang tackle very well.
Fourth down and
no, that's going to be third down.
Oh, third down.
Yep,
they went into punt formation.
Fort Lupton thought it was fourth down, too, and they're going to have to go ahead and take a timeout.
Yeah, I was looking at formations and, okay.
Yep, I kind of thought the same thing. I thought, they're going to punt on third down. I wonder if their coach knows that or not. Apparently he did. They're going to have to call a timeout.
Call the timeout.
Well, we got the chance here. Northeastern, when it comes to your future, Northeastern is miles ahead, and they're a college that's close to home. Check them out.
Did you go down there, Eddie? Or just to Wyoming?
Nope, I just went to Wyoming.
Good.
I love Wyoming. Love Laramie. Love Cheyenne. Love everything about the state, the college.
I didn't like it too much when the wind was blowing and it was 20 below.
Yeah.
In Cheyenne.
See, if you take a visit there, they like to tell you we get over 300 days of sunshine a year. But what they don't tell you is we get about 325 days of wind. So, the wind can blow and the sun will shine. They count that as a sunshine day, not a wind day. Yeah. They don't like to talk about this.
It's the first place Chugwater I ever seen one of the airport socks out there on the freeway. Yeah. And then they had log chains too. And when they flopped, it got really tight. Okay.
So Fort Lupton on third and long are going to try and pass it down that left side to number 3.
Malonga. He pitched it back to Jacob Welch, I think, and Welch tossed it out there.
It was either 2. Welch or number 5, Sergio Hernandez.
Yeah, I was having trouble saying whether it was 2 or 5.
So either way, it's an incomplete pass for the Devils, and now they can line up in their punt formation. It's 4th and long.
Kick it away to Kyle Wellen. He's going to set up
about the
inside.
50.
Well, he's at the 50, and now he's up to about Lupton's 45.
If the first 2 punts were any indication, I'd keep walking forward, Kyle. It's a good snap. That one got touched a little bit. Oh, it's going to take a bounce back, too. Blue Devils are going to fall on it on the 20-yard line in their own territory. This has got to be the best starting field position Beat Diggers have had all year long.
They're going to set it down at the 21, but wow.
That one actually had the chance to be an all right punt, but it got tipped. I don't know by which Beat Digger.
And then it rolled backwards.
Yeah, and then it had a little backspin on it.
And we've got 3:34 on the clock still. Beat Diggers up 12-0 as they get set to go. A couple wide receivers on the far side.
Hondo under center takes a pitch to Nick Wellen off the right side. Nick Wellen's going to pick up maybe a yard.
Good tackle in there. Catch, what a very big guy, but got him around the ankles and put him down.
Gable Risch as well as Cade Schwint are going to check into the game. Hunter Dunn's going to come out. Beat Diggers from the 20-yard line in Fort Lupton territory. Clock running now under 3 minutes.
Put Schwint to the far side. Swish also in the slot to the right side. Nope, he'll come into motion here to the near side. Go ahead.
They're going to turn around to the That's an inside handoff to, I can't tell you
Well,
who, but he's running hard. And he's going to get down all the way to about the 5-yard line.
A big run there. Nick Wellen, well, he's going to put it on at 6. First and goal for the Beat Diggers.
14-yard gain. That's going to set up first and goal.
They moved that great big guy out of the way there.
Yeah, who is that in the middle of the Blue Devils line? That's 70.
Well, I seen it a minute ago.
That's 75. Well, no, that can't be because we don't have a 75. I apologize.
There it is, Eric Skill at 6'5", 290.
Yep, that looks like 290.
Ooh.
We're going to do a little misdirection here. We're going to go off the left side, and that's going to be a touchdown for the Beat Diggers, number 34, Jace Krieger. But the receiver on the left side looked like Cardenas. They threw a flag. I think this is going to be holding.
It's going to be a holding or a low block or something.
Bring it back here on the flags at the 5, so this will probably marching back to the 15-yard line. Still be first and goal.
Is that holding or is that?
They'll go ahead and announce it here.
Well, he was put his arm across his chest.
Holding.
Yeah, holding. Okay. That'll go against Ivan Cardenas. Hate to give up touchdowns.
That was a great run by Jace Krieger, bouncing it outside. That run was a designed stretch play off the left, and blocks weren't there, so he just kept bouncing it out until he found the pylon. Either way, first and goal from the 15-yard line for the Diggers. Hondo's going to drop back to pass. He's going to be sacked at the 20-yard line. Pocket collapsed on him very quickly, but coverage was also really good.
Eric Heron was in on the tackle.
Had three receivers on the play, and they were blanketed the entire 1 or 2 seconds Hondo had there.
So he's going to lose another 5 yards.
That's going to be second and 20. Our second and goal from the 20-yard line. They're going to split out 2 to the far side.
Dunn and Sish.
He's going to send one in motion right to left. He's going to turn around and hand it off to Nick Wellen. Nick Wellen's going to turn, pick up some of that yardage back. He's going to get down to about the 11-yard line. 9-yard gain.
He doesn't go down to that first tackler. It takes 2 or 3 of them to get him down.
Yards after contact. Nick Wellen, incredible in that stat category. Does high school keep that stat? I don't know.
I don't know. It was on this little sheet we got from somewhere today. Published. I didn't get the publisher, but it's the 2A Patriot East. He leads second in tackles and first in rushing.
So now
got that off Facebook.
There you go. Third and goal from the 11. Hondo's going to drop back to pass. He's going to look deep for number 6? There it is. That's Ivan Cardenas with the touchdown on third down after a holding call from that same receiver. A little bit of redemption for number 6 there.
Hondo to Cardenas.
That's got to feel good for Yvonne. I know he's been battling injuries and whatnot. Also got to feel good for Hondo. That was a really nice pass. He stood in the pocket. Didn't have receiver open initially. Had to go through his reads. I don't know how many he had, but stood in there for a solid 2.5 seconds before finding Yvonne in far left corner. They're going to try a 2-point conversion again. Hondo's going to have to just throw an absolute rocket to his running back there, and it's going to fall incomplete. So Rush Beat Diggers 3 touchdowns and 3 missed opportunities for extra points. They're still up 18-0. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Okay. Well, Beat Diggers up 18-0, not having much luck with their extra points.
No. But that's okay. Just keep scoring touchdowns. You'll be fine.
We're still first quarter. 39 seconds left.
B&B Appliance. B&B Appliance can help you with all of your appliance needs. Stop in and see what they can do for you. Check them out on Ensign Street in Fort Morgan. Beat Diggers trot their kickoff unit out on the field. Eric Urbina, sophomore kicker, is going to kick off from the 40.
Beat Diggers haven't been stopped yet. This one was a short one, though, because they started at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, they had 20 yards to go, and then they got down and gave up about 15. then got it all back with the touchdown. Kickoff travels inside the 10-yard line. Welch is going to take it out, and he's going to get wrapped up at about the 15, call it 16-yard line. Great coverage by the Brush Beat Diggers. Welch made that mistake. He caught it clear on the near side and then tried to cut it back up the middle and losing ground the whole time. Great coverage by the Beat Diggers.
Jackson Dunker on the tackle, and can't tell if that's 6. If that was Yvonne Cardenas, I think was on the tackle too.
Just a reminder, this is Tyler Carmen alongside Rob Hastings on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. It is the Brush Beat Diggers homecoming tonight against the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. They're up 18-0. 30 seconds left in the first quarter.
Blue Devils go back to that same strange-looking formation.
They're going to turn around and pitch it off to the near side. That's Welch again. He's going to pick up about 5 yards. Now he's going to keep turning. He's going to pick up about 7 there.
Yeah, he wiggled away from 3 Beat Diggers that had him dead to rights there. Not very good tackling by the Beat Diggers.
I think they thought they was going to push him out of bounds, and he kind of tight-roped that sideline. The clock's going to continue to run here. This will probably be it for the first quarter.
They were kind of like a bulldoggers going after a steer that ducked his head.
Yeah, that's exactly what that looked like. That is exactly what that looked like. And that is the end of the first quarter. Brush Beat Diggers lead the Fort Lupton Blue Devils 18-0. We'll go ahead and take a quick 30-second timeout. Come back on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back into 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tyler Carmen alongside Rob Hastings tonight from Brush, Colorado. The Beat Diggers leading the Fort Lupton Blue Devils 18-0. Start of the second quarter. Homecoming tonight for the Beat Diggers. Also, it's the Denver Broncos game of the week. Had tailgate deal going on in the parking lot before the game. Also had 4 Broncos cheerleaders perform a little bit before the game. Rob, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. And then I found out that Mark Jackson was down there signing autographs for the wide receiver for the Beat Diggers. Part of the 3 Amigos, which was actually 4 Amigos.
Yeah.
In there. But
Fort Lupton from the, call it 20-yard line. Going to turn around and pitch to the near side. We flip sides now. Fort Lupton going south to north, our right to left. They're going to spot this at about the, call it 26-yard line.
Yeah, 3rd and a couple. Kyle Wellen on the tackle.
I believe that was number 28.
23, I think. Oh, 28 for
Is it
them.
28? Yeah, 28.
Antonio Hernandez.
Picks up a couple.
5'6", 170.
3rd and a couple for the Blue Devils. Quarterback sneak up the middle, and I don't think he got it. He should be stopped short here. Oh, that way that ref is walking, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be really close.
Now they're going to go ahead and bring the chains out. They're going to measure this one. The pile hadn't even cleared, and they were calling the chains out for a measurement.
No, they're saying first down.
Oh, they're going to go ahead. First down. 2-yard carry for the Fort Lupton quarterback.
Beat Digger Field has a big crown in the middle, so sometimes those sticks on the far side seem to lie to you a little bit.
They're going to do an inside handoff here for the Blue Devils. Might pick up 1. He's going to get pushed back.
Servando Herrera and several of his friends there.
That was number 5, Sergio Hernandez, sophomore for the Blue Devils, 5'9", 175.
Big 77 for the Diggers was on the tackle. I just had a picture to show you a little motion out of that slot back.
Go back into the I formation. They're going to make a pitch out to the left side, and that's going nowhere. Beat Digger sniffed that out. Beat Digger right end was all over that play. I believe that was Kyle Wellen, number 23, who sniffed it out, made number 28 for the Blue Devils. Hernandez cut back in, and that's going to lose him a couple yards there. That's a great defensive play from the Beat Diggers.
Krieger was there, Wellen was there.
They were all there in a hurry.
Servando was there. He was surrounded.
So now it's going to be 3rd and 10 from their own, call it 28-yard line. They're going to go a little bit different formation here. They're going to split 2 out wide to the right. So they're going to have a fullback, quarterback under center. Quarterback's going to take off and try and run here. Ooh, makes a nice juke. He's not going anywhere, though. That's going to be another good play by number 23, Kyle Wellen. Quarterback's going to pick up maybe a yard there. He's slow to get up on the Blue Devil sideline.
Kind of stretched that jersey out, grabbing that loose jersey.
Dalton Malagna again on the carry there.
Ooh, you don't like him looking like that as he's sitting on the far side. Mike Long is a quarterback most of the time. Senior at 5'9", 145.
He's right there on the sideline, so he's going to be helped off fairly quickly. Blue Devils are going to trot on their punt team again. Now this punter's got the wind at his back. Let's see if he can't pin the Beat Diggers in a little bit worse for wear field position.
Kyle Wellen gets in the back there.
Oh, this is a much better punt from his own 20. It's going to carry all the way back to past the 30-yard line. Kyle Wellen watched it go over his head, and this thing is going to bounce all the way down to about the 14-yard line of the Brush Beat Diggers. That's got to feel good for the Fort Lupton Blue Devil punter. Yeah. He's sitting there telling his coach, hey, I told you, it's that wind that keeps messing me up. Get it at my back and watch me literally flip field position.
Things are weird. The wind never blows north in Brush, does it?
No. Every house you see has trees on the north side, because that's usually where where that wind comes from, but not tonight apparently.
Peter's not going to have as good a field position this time.
Nope. Starting inside their own 20. First possession of the second quarter.
9:18 on the clock.
They're going to split one out wide right, one out wide left type formation. Hondo under center. He's going to turn around and hand it off to Nick Wellen. Nick Wellen's going to turn his legs for about 5 yards. It's a 6th carry for Nick Wellen on the night.
Is that all?
Yeah, he's got some big help from Kyle Wellen and Jace Krieger. And when Hondo's throwing the ball for over 40 yards already tonight, of course he's only thrown it twice, so that's a pretty good average. He's also got a touchdown on one of those. That's a good average, too. Half of his passes have been touchdowns tonight. Don't take that out of context at all. It's going to be an inside handoff again, and that's Nick Wellen, that's Kyle Wellen, number 23 up the left sideline. He's going to get the first down, and a lot more. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. He's got one to beat. The rough ball's down. One to beat. Kyle Wellen is going to be tripped up at the 10-yard line. Oh, my gosh. He had it in his sights. And number
30, Preston Clark got him down.
Great play, great hustle play by Preston Clark. And now I'm forced to do math again. I have no idea where Kyle Wellen started.
The 14 to the 11, so he went a
long ways. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'll give him 70 yards on that carry for Kyle Wellen. And he has got to be winded. I would be. But he stays in the game.
Well, probably doesn't bother him at all.
No, he's probably in better shape than I am.
Caden Swint, the wide receiver here, the near side.
Hondo under center, going to turn around and hand it off to Nick Wellen. They saw that one coming.
The big boy got him.
That is number 70 for the Fort Lupton Blue Devils.
Michael Ogg.
5'7", 270. That's a big dude.
It's like hitting a brick wall, I think.
Yep, that's exactly what that was. Spun Nick Wellen down.
That doesn't happen very often, him losing 2 or 2.5 yards.
Yep. Kyle Wellen on that long run, making about 12 guys for the Fort Lupton Blue Devils miss there.
Yeah, he was clear at the far side of the field, cut back and cut through, and ended up on the near side.
Second and 12. Krieger's going to go off the left side, stretch play, and Krieger should waltz right in the left side for the touchdown.
14 yards.
That's going to be a 15-yard touchdown for the Brush Beat Diggers. That is the second one for Jace Krieger tonight. 53 yards on 3 carries and 2 touchdowns for number 34 for the Brush Beat Diggers. 7.5 to go here in the second quarter. Beat Diggers just scored 4th touchdown of the night, go up 24-0. Now let's see if they can't work out their extra point woes. They're going to line up.
Oh, we got a new kicker, Keegan Links.
Keegan Link, yeah, he's going to line up, kick the extra point. Kane Schwint's going to be the holder. That ball was tipped at the line. It's not even going to make it to the back of the end zone. That's going to be no good again.
Big number 70 in there. I think he's got to be bigger than 5'7". He's almost as tall as the referee.
Maybe the ref's only 5 seconds.
It could be.
I don't know if that's the same one that fell down or not, but that's always funny to watch.
Well, Eric Urbina is going to get to work out here after the Beat Diggers have 4 touchdowns and no extra points. Kick failed, and that came at 7:23 of the second quarter.
Rush Beat Diggers racking up the offense tonight against the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. Not a uncommon thing for Fort Lupton. Each of their 4 games, their opponents have scored over 40 or more points.
Well, there's a guy out there, Terry Clough, that he's like a stat master for the Beat Diggers. Told me that Beat Diggers only lost to Fort Lupton one time. It was in the playoffs in 1986 by 1 point.
Wow. That's quite a streak.
Terry's got one of those minds. He remembers all that stuff.
I wish I had one of those. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little jealous.
Eric's got a pretty blue shoe on one foot.
They kick off from the 40 north to south. Going to land at about the 20-yard line, and the returner lets it bounce off his chest, but Welch picks it right up. Flag's thrown at about the 35-yard line, between the 35 and 40-yard line. Welch is going to take this to about the 25-yard line. They're going to move the flag to the 30.
Kind of a little toss of the flag by the referee.
Another Fort Lupton player is going to be down on the far sideline. Got a quick injury timeout. Igmeyer Phillips Insurance. Things happen in life. Make sure you're paired with the right insurance coverage. Igmeyer Phillips Insurance in Brush and Fort Morgan. I think that was returner Welsh. Was down.
Yeah, it was number 2. Yeah,
he's the main offensive piece for the Blue Devils.
Yes.
3 carries tonight for him, 16 yards.
I don't know if that's Welsh down over there. I can't see. A bunch of big guys are in the road there. Alex Mata, freshman for the Blue Devils. He's 5'10", 190. Offset? Did you catch that?
No, did not.
I got the offset part. That was Welch. He's hopped up and headed to the bench on his own, so that's good.
I was counting up stat leaders tonight for the Brush Beat Diggers. But even before the second half, Jace Krieger on just 3 attempts as your leading rusher, over 50 yards and 2 touchdowns. Nick Wellen just shy of 50 yards and 6 carries. He had a long 15 on his second attempt. Seawald and Cardenas have a reception each. Seawald had the big 30-yarder that set up one of the early scores for the Brush Beat Diggers. Cardenas had the 11-yard touchdown reception.
Okay. That offsetting penalty, they're going to have to re-kick. So Eric Urbina is going to get the ball. Kick it away. They got Antonio Hernandez back there for Fort Lupton, and I think that can't kick up that number over there. There's a 4, I think, on the near side.
We'll see if it goes his way again. I think he was the one that let it bounce off his chest.
Yeah, the Diggers are kicking it from the 40-yard line.
And they're on the near hash.
Not quite
this thing's
sure.
Going to go high. It's going to land at about the 20-yard line and take a bounce. And that's number 28. That's Hernandez. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to try and make it around the right side. Get tackled about right in the middle of the field, right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage by the Beat Diggers.
Yeah, I thought he was going to make the edge, and I'm not sure if that was 75 that got in there. Aaron Taylor on the tackle.
Calling Aaron Taylor's name several times tonight. Playing special teams very well. Just a senior, Aaron Taylor.
Fort Lupton's going to head north from their 21-yard line.
24-0, 7:10 left in the second quarter. Beat Diggers lead the Blue Devils.
Here in the second quarter.
He's going to send one in motion. He's going to line up in the I formation now. That's 28 Hernandez. They're going to turn around and pitch it to the left side for him. He's going to stiff arm his way to about the 30-yard line.
Chase Krieger's going to put him down. He likes grabbing that jersey and ripped him down there.
By any means necessary. Just get him to the ground. They're going to call that a first down for the Blue Devils. About a 10-yard carry for number 28, Hernandez.
Started at 21, was short of the 31, but it was a first down.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder how that works.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Sergio Hernandez is going to keep it off the far side.
Ball is out, picked up by Nick Wellen. He's going to take it Almost to the, oh, he is. He's going to sneak in the left side of the end zone. Oh, my goodness. I don't know how the ball came out there by number 5, Sergio Hernandez, for the Blue Devils, but it popped out right into Nick Welland's hands. Nick Welland takes it in for the touchdown.
We'll give him about, say, 27 yards on that fumble return. Another good tackle on that, drove the ball out. And I think that was, I'm not sure if that was Krieger on that or not. Beaters lead it 30-0.
We're going to try this extra point thing again. Keegan Link, number 1, is going to kick it for the Beat Diggers. And that should be an offsides there by the Blue Devils.
They're going to blow it dead even though the kick went through.
Yep. Looked like, I don't know if a Beat Digger flinched or not, but from up here it sure looked like a Blue Devil jumped the gun there. I'm hearing across the walls here there was an offsides before. They're giving, looks like they're giving Brush the opportunity to decline the penalty, which would mean that they did not blow it dead. Refs discussing with Link and Schwint. So Brush looks like they're going to line up to re-kick this. So the penalty was declined. It was encroachment on Fort Lupton. The penalty was declined, but the Beat Diggers are going to have to re-kick. Maybe I don't know my penalty and rules as good as I thought I do. And this kick's going to be blocked. Didn't get, but maybe 3 foot off the ground there.
Might have been blocked by one of the Beat Diggers. Yeah, comes up with the ball.
Yep.
Oops.
So another missed extra point, 30-0. Beat Diggers lead, 6.5 to go in the second quarter.
Got 3 of those KFs here on my deal. So you say 6:34, so that's a short drive.
That's a very short drive. Wasn't a drive, really.
No, it wasn't. Fumble return by Nick Welland.
Beat Diggers are going to kick off north to south here from their own 40.
Okay, we're going to have a lot of different numbers out there now. We got Austin Zisk going out. Eric Urbina's going to kick it away. Let's see who we got back there. It should be 28, Antonio Hernandez.
And I still can't see that far one.
Somebody with a 4. I don't see any 4s here. So on the Fort Lupton side.
Maybe 24, Ethan Cruz?
Yeah, it must be him.
Maybe, sophomore. He's
Guess
tall.
Only 4 on the roster.
That's a good kick by Eric, number 40. It's going to bounce at about the 16-yard line.
Picks it up to 5.
And he's going to be, dodging tackles, trying to act like Dante Hall. Can't do it. He's going to be dropped at about the, call it 16-yard line. He was trying.
So don't tackle me, number 16. It just slapped him aside and went up for a few more yards. Oops. Jackson Dunker, he's a pretty tough player. You don't see him go sideways very much.
No.
Just got it swatted out aside there. I think that was him. If it wasn't, I'm sorry.
So Fort Lupton from their own 16, 17-yard line. They're going to fake the pitch and run the reverse up the middle. Doesn't really go anywhere. Do not know who ended up with the ball. I want to say it was number 5, Sergio Hernandez.
Okay, Fort Lupton. In the 17, they're going to lose a couple out of that.
2-yard loss on that play.
So they try to go north again.
Number 5, Sergio Hernandez on the carry, I do believe. 2 carries for 0 yards after that 2-yard loss. Beat Diggers playing defense very well tonight. Defensive line shutting down pretty much anything the Blue Devils can throw at them. They're going to run a little sweep play here. Nick Welland's going to take out the Fort Lupton ball carrier at about the 32-yard line.
Hernandez got a first down now. Come around the near side. And
about a 15-yard carry there to number 28.
Just pick him up and put him down. Nick Welland hit him right into the Beat Digger bench. I guess nobody's setting up the bench. They're all standing.
Yep.
They're right at the line of scrimmage.
Almost put him on the track.
Yeah. They can think twice about running that far.
Yeah, seriously. So here we go from the 32-yard line. First down. Going to send him in motion again. They're going to try basically that same play, just a pitch version of it. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 7. Number 75, Aaron Taylor, in on the tackle again.
Joseph Welch is coming back in. Must be feeling a little better. Not walking real smooth.
No, it looks like he's got his shin taped up there. Might have taken a cleat to the shin.
I think he had that on there before the kickoff return that he got hurt on. But
I don't know either. Most of the Blue Devils don't wear the high socks like Beat Diggers do. Fort Lupton's going to turn around and hand it off to the big fullback, number 33. 33 is going to make it around the right side. He's going to pick up the first down, about an 8-yard gain for the Blue Devils. That's Eric Huron.
Nick Welland with another tackle. As we mentioned earlier, is Patriot lead. He's the second leading tackler. 43 of them, 18 of them solo, 25 assists.
Fort Lupton now, first down from the 44-yard line. A little misdirection here, coming off to the left side. Going to pick up a couple, maybe 3. Going to be at the 47-yard line.
Look, Aaron Taylor in on a tackle again. A little help from several of his buddies. A little pitch is kind of keeping them off guard there.
A little bit. Like to run a misdirection, fake the inside handoff and pitch it, or hand it off inside and fake the pitch.
Dalton Langa's in with the play. He was boogered up too and went out.
Yeah, clock's still running here. 3.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. 30-0. Beat Diggers lead the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. They're going to fake the inside pitch here, and the quarterback's going to roll out to his left. And number 33, Hunter Dunn, is going to make a really good defensive play, and this looks like an extracurricular activity. A flag flies.
Very late flag. I don't know if that was for the hit. Kind of drove through the receiver.
That shouldn't be pass interference.
Oh, ineligible lineman downfield.
So the B-Diggers are going to want to decline that.
I was afraid it was on the tackle there.
That flag came in really late.
I think he had to stop and look to see where the lineman was.
Oh, there you go.
That'll be my guess. I was afraid it was on the tackle because it was a hard hit there on Preston Clark.
So Beat Diggers declined the penalty. It's going to stay 3rd and 7 from the Fort Lupton 47-yard line. Willow Coffee and Bake Shop. Get a delicious treat, breakfast, or lunch option to make the day better. 921 Edison Street in Brush today.
I don't drink coffee, but I sure noticed the lines down there. It must be good stuff.
Oh, they got all sorts of good stuff. Cinnamon rolls are awesome. Cookies are delicious.
Looks like they're off sides there. But
they're going to fake that pitch and then turn around and hand it off. Misdirection. He's going to be close to the first down. That's another generous spot there.
Sergio Hernandez on the carry.
They're going to stop the clock here for
measurement, I think.
Chains. Nope, they're going to go ahead and give it to him. That was number 5, Sergio Hernandez, 7-yard carry.
Didn't see who the beat digger was out there. he got a chest full of helmet. Not sure it was that Moriarty, I think. Caden, they didn't give us the sizes, but he's not very big.
No, he looks skinny. So I think, is this the first time that the Fort Lupton Blue Devils have made it into Brush territory? One of the first times anyway. They haven't ventured this far very often. They're going to be about their, call it 46-yard line. They're going to fake the pitch to the right, turn around and hand it off inside to the left, pick up a couple. Wellen and Hunter Dunn in on the tackle.
Pick up about 3 yards on that.
That's number 28, Hernandez. By far their leading rusher of the night. He's got 8 carries.
Like clock winding down to about 2:20.
About 31 yards for Hernandez on the night.
Stay with that tight formation.
He's going to drop back to pass and looking for, you had Hernandez wide open on the right side and just overthrew him. That's a bit of a busted coverage there by the Beat Diggers.
Another late flag.
Yeah, another late flag here. That one's sitting at about the 35-yard line. That might be another ineligible lineman downfield.
The official was patting his head and pointing towards the Blue Devils.
Yep.
Must have shouted it out. They're an ineligible receiver, I'm sure. I got to get up on my signals.
They have a handbook, is what I hear. I've yet to find it.
Beat Diggers are going to decline that and take the incomplete pass.
Fort Lupton's going to take a timeout. We'll go ahead and do the same with them. This is Tyler Carmen alongside Rob Hastings on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We'll be right back after a short break. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Carmen alongside Rob Hastings tonight from Brush, Colorado. Beat Diggers are up on the Fort Lupton Blue Devils, 30-0. 2 minutes left in the second quarter. It's Brush's homecoming tonight. You always like to score a lot on homecoming night. You always like to win, too, but we're not there yet. Well on our way.
First time we've seen the Bronco cheerleaders that I can remember.
Yeah.
Big pass play coming here. And we got
overthrows them again. And we got another flag. This one
Kyle Welling got decked out there.
Oh, my goodness.
By one of the receivers.
I think that goes as pass interference. I'm not entirely sure. He did. He got hammered.
They're going to talk it over.
Even they're like, we know you're not supposed to do that, but we don't know what that is. Personal foul. Did you hear what he called?
Crackback, I think.
Oh, crackback block. Yeah.
Yeah. Kyle Welling got the brunt of that. Nice block.
It is a nice block. We used to, believe it or not, a lot of six-man teams run crackback blocks on defensive ends. I've been on the receiving end of a few. They don't feel good.
Well, back when I played, it wasn't any good. But they had those rolling blocks, but they're illegal anymore, too.
Yeah.
They got, like bowling pins, just knock them all down. Not legal anymore. Too many bad knees and ankles.
Yeah. So now it's going to be third and forever. We're going to say 10, 20.
42. No, 23.
23.
It's
There
up
we
to
go.
42.
So third and 23.
Guys next door have the binoculars.
He's going to drop back to pass and overthrow his receiver again. Good news for the Blue Devils. No flags.
Yeah, Preston Clark goes the receiver, but it was 10 yards over his head almost.
Beat Digger's doing a way better job of covering four left and Blue Devil receivers downfield. Had them blanketed there. Really nothing the quarterback can do about that. So now just under 2 minutes, Beat Diggers are going to have to try and make something happen before the half. Fort Lupton's punter is going to kick it from his own 30-yard line. High snap, and had a chance to be blocked, but he gets off a really good punt. And then the Brush Beat Digger receiver called for fair catch, had to get up and lost it a little bit.
No,
that's Kyle Welling, number 23. Had a Blue Devil coming right up into his grill and might have scared him a little bit. But either way, fair catch at about they're spotting the ball right now, call it 29-yard line. In Beat Digger territory. 1 minute, 49 seconds here to go. God, that was a high snap. That punter had 3 Beat Diggers coming in hot. Still managed to get off a really good kick there.
Nice high kick.
Beat Diggers are going to go 2 wide, 1 to either side, tight formation. Hondo understands. He's going to drop back to pass. Going to run a slant route to number 33, Hunter Dunn. Hunter Dunn catches it on his back, and Hunter Dunn is running down the right hash mark, and Hunter Dunn is going to walk in. Not a Blue Devil within 10 yards. That slant was right in between 2 Blue Devil defenders. It almost looked like he might have dropped it, and then before you know it, Hunter Dunn is just cooking down the middle of the field. That's going to be a 70-yard pitching catch for the Brush Beat Diggers.
I lied. It was 71.
Oh, 71. Even better. So forget needing 1 minute and 49 seconds. They needed 10 seconds to make something happen before the end of the half. Brush Beat Diggers go up 36-0. And now we're going to try the extra point, and we've got another new kicker. It's going to be the kickoff specialist, Eric Urbita. He's going to try the extra point this time.
Caden Sweat to set it down.
Oh,
the great big guy jumped. 70. Let's see, 79. Eric Skillett at 6'5", 290. Got a little anxious there.
So now Hondo 3 for 3 passing attempts.
I don't know what Coach Sweat's saying, but
He's still not happy.
I don't know. He's bent down.
Team's up 36-0. He's still
Giving it
fighting for every extra point here. Hondo 3 for 3, 2 touchdowns on the night. That's another stat. 2/3 of his passes are touchdowns. Gets a good kickoff. This should be the first extra point. No, it went wide right, apparently.
Yeah, I think I seen the ball went between on this side of the goalpost. So another KF. That's the only bad thing about the Beat Diggers tonight.
36-0, minute 39 left to go in the first half. Colorado Plains Medical Center, CPMC's experienced physicians and highly trained staff make your hometown hospital the place for expert quality care. CPMC, helping communities thrive. Fort Lupton return team already out on the field. Beat Diggers getting ready to kick off tonight.
Again, Eric Urbina.
Getting his workout in. Hope he's stretched.
He hasn't been kicking that long, but he's been kicking often tonight.
Another new face out there for the Brush Beat Diggers. Number 64, Caden the Fever, sophomore on the kick coverage team. Hands down, whistle blown. Venus kick's going to go sky high, going to carry to 20-yard line. It's going to bounce. Hernandez is going to pick it up, try to take it up the right sideline.
Nice tackle. Ball loose.
Beautiful tackle. Ball came loose. I think it came loose on the ground. And a flag flies. I'm going to assume that's
Somebody said a bad word.
unsportsmanlike conduct.
I didn't see any
Hernandez
extracurricular stuff.
Hernandez made it about 5 yards before he was dropped there.
What a great tackle. I got to watching the ball instead of seeing who got made the tackle.
Form tackle. I was kind of the same. I was looking to see the yardage and whatnot. The refs are going to talk this one over again. Right there near the rush sideline. I don't see Coach Schwint talking to any one of his players, so I'm going to assume this is going to be on the Blue Devils. Minute
So the
36
official
to
kind of
go.
wave his arm like an elbow or something.
A lot can happen in the piles like that. Ball comes loose. You hear NFL guys talk about horror stories, really.
Teeth.
Hair pulls. I mean, you name it, you got it.
They get a free shot.
Yep. Oh, that's going to be a big penalty. That is an unsportsmanlike on the Blue Devils. So the flag was at the 25-yard line. It's going to be half distance from the goal. They're walking it back. Going to be about the, see where they place it here. I can do math. Let's see if the refs can.
I think they said 28. That would have been Antonio Hernandez.
Yep.
And these guys, let's see their scoring thing here. They haven't scored hardly anything all year. Kind of frustrating for them.
Yeah. From their own 12.5-yard line, Fort Lupton's going to start this drive. Minute and a half left in the first half. They're going to pitch it around the left side. Important for the Beat Diggers, going to keep him in bounds. That's number 3 for the Blue Devils. That's their quarterback, Dalton Bologna. He's going to pick up about 6 yards on the carry.
He got kind of waylaid there at the end. I don't know if that was Hunter Dunn that came in there late.
Nick Wellen also in on the tackle.
That was probably Nick, the guy.
Yeah, it's a safe assumption at this point.
Looking at the way he went sideways.
Under center, Bologna's going to turn around and pitch it to number 5. That's Sergio Hernandez. Sergio Hernandez is going to take it up the right side, cut it back to the middle. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. Might even have lost a yard there.
Clock running, 45 seconds. May get off one more play.
Should be able to.
They're not in a great rush here.
They're going to go ahead and try a passing play here. They got 2 split out to the far side. They're right. Bologna's going to roll out to his right, being chased by number 74. He's going to turn and huck it, and I can't tell if he caught that or not.
Laying on his back. Nobody's excited, so he must have dropped it.
No, must have dropped it. There's another flag back around the line of scrimmage. Number 74, Jalen Martinez, a senior for the Beat Diggers, was hot on his tail there. Forced a hurried throw.
Another illegal lineman downfield.
They run block way too often. That's just what they're used to. They're not used to this having to stay back and pass protect.
Beat Diggers must have declined that one.
Yeah, so we've got 4th down for the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. They just called a timeout. 21 seconds left in the second half, or the first half. I'm sorry, second quarter.
I think maybe the Beat Diggers might have called that one.
Ref signaled Fort Lupton.
Did they really?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was going to stop on the penalty.
Coming up, halftime show brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Fill up cooler gas up your car at Stubbs Gas and Oil. Easy and convenient. Make them the only stop you need on your way to the big game. 21 seconds left here in the first half.
Looks like they're going to punt it away.
Jace Krieger and Kyle Wellen are going to go back to return this. They're going to be back at about their own 40-yard line. Fort Lupton's punter is going to stand at about his own 6-yard line, punt it away. Good snap
again.
This thing's going to spiral, hit it about the 50-yard line. Jace Krieger's going to pick it up, come up the right side, cut it back to the middle, trying to make something happen, runs into his own teammate. Flag flies. Another one flies, assuming it's the same. Chewed up a lot of time off clock. 7 seconds left here.
I didn't see anything that looked real bad out there. A lot of guys cutting back and forth across the field, though. You get a holding call real easy.
Yeah, didn't look like it was on the tackle. Waiting on the refs to make up their mind.
Dominic Oliveros was in on the kick. Freshman were the Beat Diggers. Beat Diggers are really pretty young when you go down the roster.
Yeah.
And we've only got about 7 seniors on the whole team.
Seniors were honored before the game in the announcements, and they'll be given a chance to be honored again here at halftime. Homecoming festivities. Penalty was on them. Couldn't understand what the refs said, but regardless, they're going to march this ball all the way back to the 46-yard line of Brush Beat Diggers.
7.6 seconds on the clock as the Beat Diggers go into formation. Looks like they may just kneel on. Well, I don't know.
I think they're going to kneel it. They're set up in the I formation. Hondo's going to take it, snap, and go ahead and kneel it, and that'll do it for the first half. Brush Beat Diggers lead 36-0. This is Tyler Carmen alongside Rob Hastings, 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. We'll come right back with your halftime show brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. 1010 KSAR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tyler Carmen alongside Rob Hastings tonight from Brush, Colorado. Brush Beat Diggers leading the Fort Lupton Blue Devils 36-0. Their homecoming night. Brush Beat Digger halftime show is brought to you by Stubbs Gas and Oil. I love Stubbs, Rob. I work east of Kersey, pulling there all the time.
Yeah,
They got great stuff. I can get breakfast. I can get something for lunch later. Sometimes I stop in and get dinner. Probably not good for me, but
well, and a lot of that good fried stuff. We get those burritos and those little flotas and chicken.
All their chicken.
All kinds of stuff.
Chicken is so good. Right now we got about a minute left in halftime, but the teams aren't back out on the field yet, so they're going to probably put another 3 minutes on. Coach Swint talking about his Brush Beat Diggers earlier today. Commented a little bit on their 3-game losing streak. Attributed a lot of that to injuries. Injuries hit the Beat Diggers hard early on in the season. Hondo, their quarterback, was one that took a beating. Kyle Wellen, another one. Freshman Ty Griffith, another one that injuries just plaguing this Beat Digger team. But that's another highlight of tonight, Rob. I haven't seen one Beat Digger come out injured yet, knock on wood, but that's got to be something that makes Coach Schwinn happy, keeping his players healthy.
Yeah, that's great. I got to talk to Coach Mills. This noon, he's always so positive. But
Yeah.
He's just really excited about the team because they are really young. Going to lose the 8 guys out there. They're pretty key, but they only brought back, I think, said 4 to 5 starters from last year. So
yeah, that's definitely what you want when you're trying to build a team and build a culture. Coach Swain only in his 3rd year. Fort Lupton, they're 0-4 on the year, looking like it's going to go to 0-5, but still got another half to play, down 36-0. The team, Brush Beat Diggers, they are making their way back out onto the field. They have a long line of student section and fans and cheerleaders to run through before they can make it back.
well, it's kind of interesting to watch the different coaches. Dustin Duff or Fort Lupton's got 2 slapbacks facing each other, and they come out of motion, do kind of a lot of different things, usually just one back in the backfield, quarterback under center.
And they like to run misdirection. They'll fake the inside handoff, pitch it outside, or vice versa, and they don't pass it very often. As I said, their quarterback long enough, 0 for 4 tonight, passing.
You never know. Last week in Ray, they come out and completed about 5 passes in a row, and they had only thrown 5 passes a week before and never completed one.
That's something else Coach Schmidt mentioned. He just, all the film that they had seen on Ray just didn't suggest that they would do that at all.
Well, coaches are sneaky.
They can be.
And then against Fort Morgan, Ray just had pretty much a power running right up the middle, pretty straight up and down. Fort Morgan, I watched the Nebraska game, and I thought, Fort Morgan's got the Nebraska offense.
Exactly what that is.
And, so it's interesting. And next week, probably have that run and gun stuff from Sterling. Spread it out, throw it all over the place.
Yep, much like the Lions did a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, compared to last year, they didn't throw it near as much as well. But they had quite a team they had a year ago. But still, like I said, they really threw it a lot.
Yeah, Beat Diggers should have
spread it out.
Should have quite a bit of practice going in the next week game. They faced 2 teams now, and actually Fort Morgan wasn't afraid to throw it around either. So really 3 teams that gave the Beat Diggers some practice against passing offenses.
Yeah, Fort Morgan just kind of threw all kinds of stuff at it.
Yeah, Fort Morgan has a very diversified offense.
Next week is going to be a little wild.
Beat Diggers will travel to Sterling this week.
Good to see Tyrone Whipple out there on the sidelines.
Surprised we didn't see Mark Jackson from the Denver Broncos. He was the Bronco alumni here earlier tonight.
Yeah, somebody showed me pictures getting these autographed. Love to watch him play. You know, there's some people who just stand out just because they just go.
Yeah. I like a guy that reminds me of some of that, like Bradley Chubb nowadays.
Yeah.
Of course, he just tore his ACL, but that was a dude that I could watch him all day long.
Yeah.
He is a freak athlete. Knows how to use his body. I love watching Bradley Chubb. Sucks to have him go down earlier in the season, but that would be fitting for the season that the Broncos are having right now.
Got a lot of people hurt, but Dalton Reisner, I keep watching 66.
Yeah,
of course.
You want to talk about a bright spot? This is Dalton Reisner, the Wiggins alum, just night in and night out. day in and day out, just tearing defensive lines up.
I was reading something about Coach Fazio was saying he was a real bright spot for him.
Yeah, most definitely.
Haven't been getting quite the holding calls, so that ought to help Broncos.
Yeah.
Oh, good. We're about ready for the second half kickoff.
Clock is reset. Teams are jockeying out. The Blue Devils are going to kick off for the first time tonight. They're going to kick off south-north. The flag has stopped moving. It is hanging limp over there. I don't know if the wind's blowing up above those trees still, but for right now, it looks like the wind has died down.
That's good.
Beat Diggers are going to send Krieger and Wellen
Kyle
back to receive this kick.
They had forecasted some gusts up to 39. We didn't want to see that.
No. We'd really see some kickoffs flying in that wind.
Yeah, I think 66, John Roach is listed as one of their kickers, and he goes at 6'1", 290. That could be him. Nope,
this is number 5. That's Sergio Hernandez, 5'9", 175.
Yeah.
He's
not listed as a kicker.
No, there's the whistle. Hand drops. Sergio runs up, kicks this thing. It's a low kick, going to bounce 20. Wellen's going to pick it up about a 10-yard line, bring it right down the middle. Wellen's got some room to run here, and he's going to try and bounce it out to the left. He cuts back to the middle, gets across the 45-yard line. That might be where they spot the ball. Good return by
35 yards there.
Yeah, by number 23, Kyle Wellen. Ran literally right down the middle.
Beat Diggers take it over. Here it starts second half, 45-yard line.
Number 20 for the Beat Diggers is going to check in. That's senior Melvin Hernandez. He's going to split out wide left.
We're going to put in some backups.
Beat Diggers motion a little bit. They're back. Hondo's going to turn around and hand it off inside. Number 21, Nick Wellen. Nick Wellen busting up the middle for, call it, he's going to get across the other 40-yard line.
Not quite that many.
About a 16-yard gain. Gets across midfield into Blue Devil territory. Ball at the 38-yard line. Hernandez and Escalante are going to split out wide to the left.
Escalante in the slot.
They're going to turn around and do a little misdirection. Hondo's going to drop back to pass, looking for 14. Luke Seawald, and makes an awesome catch. I mean, a great catch. I thought that was way high.
He's down about the 15-yard line, 16.
Another 15, 16-yard gain for the beat there. I don't know how.
That was a pro, one of those pro types. The defender was right there, and he missed it by about an inch, and Seawald grabbed it out of the sky.
That was a perfect throw. Put it only where his receiver could get it. Seawald coming up, and Hondo 4 for 4 on the night. Unfortunately, his average drops down now. He's only 50% touchdown to pass attempt ratio. Nick Wellen up the middle. Nick Wellen's going to stiff arm, and he should roll into the end zone. He does. Nick Wellen.
Yes, from the 21-yard line.
20-yard touchdown run from Nick Wellen.
It's just a little misdirection, but not much.
So that on the 8th carry of the night for Wellen. His longest of the night. Touchdown, Beat Diggers. They go up 42-0. Maybe it was 40 points, Rob, because right now the clock is continuing to run. So I think it's 40 points running clock for the rest of the night.
42-0.
We've got, I think, another.
I think that's 40 out there. I'm not sure. Urbina.
Cage went the holder. They get the kick up. That one surely looked good. There, it is good. That was a different kicker, though. That was number 13. That's Braxton Shelton, sophomore kicker. The only kicker listed on our program, believe it or not.
Braxton Shelton, okay.
So he makes the score 43-0.
Kick is good.
He was like, Coach, you list me as a kicker. I go kick extra points. What took so long?
43-0 Beat Diggers.
9.5 minutes now left in the third quarter.
That's a little... I'm used to looking up there and knowing when a touchdown was scored. Did you get the time on that?
Time, I think, was about 10.5 minutes.
Say 10:30.
So now
1-yarder run by Wellen.
So now the Beat Diggers going to kick off from the north 40-yard line. Going to be kicking into the wind. That flag is picked up a little bit now. This game's really going to go by fast now with running clock.
The cheerleaders stepped in for the flag raising tonight. Chet McCoy's back in Chicago for a funeral. Eric Christensen, they usually do it. He just got back from Minnesota from a funeral, so it's been a tough week for flag guys. Eric's brother-in-law and Chet's nephew, I guess.
All right. Urbina, or I'm sorry, is that who's out there?
Yeah, Urbina's out.
Yeah, Eric Urbina going to kick off. He gets a good kick. This one carries all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Hernandez going to pick it up. Gable Risch put his man on his back, and Gable Risch is going to make that tackle. Good
flag.
Good tackle by Gable Risch, and he is fired up. He's going to bring him down about the 15-yard line.
That was a textbook tackle. Nice low around the legs.
There was a flag thrown at about the 30-yard line. It came kind of right after Gable Risch put his attempted blocker on his back. And it's going to be a holding call on the Blue Devils, so this is going to back them up inside their own 10-yard line. Another poor starting field position for them. They've had over half a dozen penalties that really have cost them tonight. Hard to get stuff going when you're moving in the wrong direction without even running a play. They're marching this back. They're going to place this, should be at about the 5-yard line. No, they're going to place it at the 8.
Beat Digger's drive was short and 55 yards in short time.
The clock is running, coming down on 7 minutes in the third quarter. They're going to make a pitch to the right side. Fort Lupton is. It's going to pick up maybe a yard.
Looks like Hernandez.
Ball carrier is. I think it was number 5. Sergio Hernandez, maybe.
28, I think.
Was it 28?
Yeah.
The other Hernandez.
Yeah. I was just going by the body size over there. He's quite a bit thicker than the other two.
About 2 yards a carry.
Good tackle by, guess who?
Nick Wellen.
Yeah.
I love those guys. All right, Fort Lupton lined up in their formation again. They're going to turn around and stretch play to the near side. Their left, that's going to be swallowed up.
Tried to make it look like a pass, but there's no receivers out, so.
That's another tackle by Nick Wellen.
Clock down to 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter.
43-0. Morgan Community College, MCC, is there to make your dreams become a reality for both traditional and non-traditional students. Check them out at morgancc.edu. Fort Lupton's going to run that stretch play off their left side again.
52 on the tackle. That's Cesar Hernandez.
They might have picked up a yard.
Had a little help, but he didn't catch the other one. I think it was Hunter Dunn. But
So now Fort Lupton's going to line up to punt again. This time the punter's standing inside his own end zone, a couple yards deep. Beat Diggers are going to trot back to return man.
Flag's not sure which direction it's going.
Krieger and Dunn are standing at their own, or at the 50-yard line. Snap back, punt is up. Punt is going to sail out of bounds. One of the rush coaches wanted no business of trying to catch that. That should have went out at about the 30-yard line of the Blue Devils. They're going to spot it though at about the 37. Another generous spot on behalf of the referees. Actually, I shouldn't say that. That's probably good. I give the referees a hard time. I give them a hard time a lot. They're doing their best. I know.
I'm hard on the referees, but they're the only ones out there getting paid.
Seriously.
Set at 38-yard line. They do in Blue Devil territory.
Cardenas is going to check into the game as the Beat Digger quarterback.
It's good to see that because he was burgered up. Couldn't play a couple weeks ago.
They're going to turn around and inside handoff. Jackson Dunker, I believe, number 16, junior. He's in the game at running back as well.
In 35 would be Diggers.
That'd be Ty Griffiths.
Ty out there. I thought I seen 35.
All right, Beat Diggers going to line up one wide right. That's Gable Risch. Escalante tight end in the backfield. Cardenas going to drop back to pass. Oh, and had two opportunities to catch that, believe it or not. Escalante was the intended receiver, sailed over his head, then Gable Risch nearly had it off the tip. Just like that, it is 3rd and 10 for the Brush Beat Diggers.
I don't think the line's as big as it was either.
No. AC Ice, crystal clear ice, good for any drink and any time of the year. You can pick up AC Ice at any local grocery store or convenience store in Northeast Colorado today.
Okay, Griffith comes out. Sure, who's in the backfield there?
I think that's
Cardenas under center, though.
That's number 5, Caden Schwint. Caden Schwint's going to take the pitch off the left side, try and get around the corner. He's going to pick up a couple yards, but not enough. It's going to be about 4th and 8.
Run about 40 yards sideways, so
yeah,
for that 2 yards. Clock still winding.
Under 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Gable Risch going to check back into the game. Beat Diggers are going to line up to go for on 4th down.
Cade Morardi to the far side.
Schwint, Dunker in the backfield. Cardenas under center. He's going to take it and he's going to run it off the right side. Cardenas has got some room to work here and doesn't have the blocks to get it. He's going to get to about the 30-yard line. Needed about the 31.
Preston Clark, senior for Lupton, put him down at the 30.
Beat Diggers nearly got called for blocking him back there. Refs chose not to call it. That was 4th down, so this is going to be a turnover on downs for the Beat Diggers.
Fort Lupton's going to head north here. Clock's down to 1:40 and counting.
And I think Rush is going to call a timeout here.
Got so many different players in there, I think they're getting a little confused.
Yep, got some younger guys in there. 21st Century Equipment. All the John Deere equipment for your operation is at 21st Century in Sterling and Fort Morgan. Beat Digger's student section is all riled up tonight.
And I want to mention B&B Appliance. They can help you with all your appliance needs. Stop in and see what they can do for you. Check them out at Ensign Street, Fort Morgan. Say hi to all the guys up there. They were helping me out this week.
Oh, good.
All those great Whirlpool products. My wife's got a couple of them in the laundry.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to have them come out, put it all together, set it up,
Then you can call them if there's anything wrong, too. Come out, fix it.
and they'll be there. You guarantee that.
Back from their quick timeout, Beat Diggers now a lot of new defensive starters. Not even going to try and mention all of them, but Fort Lupton's going to run up the middle with number 3, Dalton Longman. That's your quarterback. He's going to pick up about 5 yards on first down. His 5th carry of the night.
Looked like Uriel Vitana for the Beat Diggers was on the tackle. No, wait a minute. Excuse me, Mark Lopez. Looking at the wrong one. He's a sophomore for the Beat Diggers on the tackle.
Jesus Argoff is in it right in for him. The Blue Devils were stacked up heavy on their left side, on Argoff's side. He does a good job setting the edge, and the Blue Devils don't get anything out of that play. Ty Griffith on the tackle.
Hernandez doesn't go down easy. Got the tackle on him. 3rd 4, is it? Got to get across the 40-yard line for a first down.
3rd 4. Clock still running under 30 seconds in the 3rd quarter. Blue Devils line up. Hernandez is going to go in motion to the right. They're going to run that option play again. He's going to pitch it out. Ty Griffith's going to try to make the tackle. He can't get to him before he crosses the 40-yard line. That's going to be a first down for the Blue Devils. That was number 5, Hernandez, on the option play. He's going to pick up about 10 yards. First down for the Blue Devils. The clock's going to run out on the 3rd quarter.
Yep, it is.
We're going to take a quick timeout here as the teams switch sides and come back on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Tyler Carmen alongside Rob Hastings. Your Brush Beat Diggers lead the Fort Lupton Blue Devils 43-0 at the start of the 4th quarter on their homecoming night. Fort Lupton has the ball to start this final quarter. They're going to hand it off up the middle, pick up a couple yards there.
Hernandez again, but a good tackle there by Jackson Dunker.
Number 16.
Yeah,
I believe
a
he
little
is
help
a
there.
junior for the Big Diggers.
Jesus Argoff, I think, was helping him out there.
Just a reminder, at the end of our broadcast, Colorado Prep's Scoreboard Show with Kevin Schaefer will air at 9:30 on 1010 KSIR following the Brush Beat Diggers football during the 2019 season. So stay tuned for that after our broadcast comes to a close. 2nd 8 for the Blue Devils. They're going to take a pitch to the left. They're going to throw it back. And that is going absolutely nowhere. That was actually about the most creative play design I've seen of the Blue Devils tonight, but unfortunately for them, it only picked up about 3 yards.
Dalton Malanga kind of got crunched there.
Yeah, that didn't go as planned. Hernandez took the pitch off the left side, turned around, threw it back to his quarterback across the field, and Beat Digger sniffed it out very quickly. Only picks up about 3 yards, but believe it or not, that's the first completion of the night for the Blue Devils. Clock already coming down on 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter. 28's going to come in motion.
We got all kinds of flags.
Either illegal motion, false start.
I think maybe delay. Yep, false start.
False start on the Blue Devils. It's going to back them up 10 yards. No, back them up 5 yards. I apologize. Blue Devils are going to go ahead and take a timeout. Willow Coffee and Bake Shop. Get a delicious treat. Breakfast or lunch option to make the day better. 921 Edison Street in Brush today. Willow also has another company selling products, floral arrangements, centerpieces, Sisterland and Company. 2 lovely ladies in there make awesome products. Go in there and check them out today. They also do some custom work. If you have an idea, they'll be more than happy to talk it over with you. Go in and ask Heidi about it, and she'll tell you all about it.
Hey, we've got 67 out there. Get out another roster up. I don't know, 67 on the Beat Digger roster either.
I don't either.
On the official one is the Max Preps. They've been pretty good with most of this stuff.
10 minutes left here as they come out of their timeout.
Frederick Knight's out there for the Beat Diggers. Looks like he's going to be in the safety position.
Number 3, Austin Sisk, sophomore, also in the game, playing a little bit of corner. A lot of the Fort Lupton starters still out of the field. Number 28, Hernandez. Their quarterback, number 3, Dalton Malagna, is still in the game, but I bet you he wishes he wasn't, as he just gets dropped for a sack on 3rd and long.
Eric Grayson is right there. Let's see who else.
That was a false start as well on the Blue Devils. I think the play should be blown dead. if that was the case, but it wasn't. It's going to be 4th down now. I think Blue Devils are going to trot in a new quarterback.
I don't know what that was all about. Oh, keep clock moving? I don't know.
Well, so the Beat Diggers have a man deep, but they don't need one as they're going to go for it. But that was
Fumble.
number 12, Will Alvarado, checked into for quarterback for the Blue Devils. He was
Diggers' ball.
sacked on 4th down. The ball may have came out either way. It's going to be a turnover on downs for the Blue Devils. Beat Diggers are going to start with really good field position again with 9 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. They're on the Blue Devil 31-yard line.
31.5 there. Great field position. As they head north here in the 4th quarter.
Wind has again died down. Flag's not moving a lick. Maybe moving a little bit. Light breeze tonight. Beautiful night for football. Not a cloud in the sky. All the equipment is working. That's nice. A couple weeks ago was not the case.
Had the big explosion in
had
the
the
electrical box.
Yeah, Cardenas is in the game at quarterback. He's going to do an end around to Escalante from right to left. Escalante is going to pick up maybe a yard on that play. Good defensive stop by the Fort Lupton Blue Devils.
Ariel Retana on the tackle, and had a little help. Preston Clark, I think, is out there. Don't quote me on that one.
Looks like quarterback Montos Garcia going to be done for the night. He finishes, I know, and I don't do all the math or passer rating, but he should finish with a perfect passer rating tonight. 4 for 4, 2 touchdowns.
That's pretty good.
Over 120 yards on the night. Cardenas is going to pitch it around to Schwint. Schwint's going to try and pick up some yards around the left side. Maybe picked up a yard. Stayed inbounds. Clock's still running. 7.5 to go now in the 4th quarter. 43-0. Beat Diggers lead.
They probably won't stop it even with that. Will they?
Nope.
Going out of bounds.
Nope, it is a running clock.
Up 3rd and 5 for the Beat Diggers. Kind of miss the cannon we used to have.
I don't. It scares me every time. Scares you too, Rob.
It does.
Dean is going to have an inside handoff to number 16, Jackson Dunker. Jackson Dunker's going to bull his way over the tackler. Drop down at about the 10-yard line. Nice run by Jackson Dunker. That's going to pick up a 1st down. It's going to set up 1st and goal for the Fresh Beat Diggers.
They got 6:50 and counting. Well, they're going to set it to 11. They moved it back just a little, so the Beat Diggers can pick up a 1st down.
Melvin Hernandez, senior for the Beat Diggers. He's going to be lined up wide to the left. They're going to hand the ball up the middle again to Jackson Dunker. Jackson Dunker's going to turn his way for 3 or 4 yards maybe.
Dunker's not got a large jersey either, so.
Not by any means, but he doesn't run like it. He runs tough. Runs like he's been watching Nick Wellen all these years. Cardenas is going to make an inside handoff. I believe that's number 35. Ty Griffith is going to jump into the end zone for the Beat Digger touchdown. Nice hard run by the freshman there, number 35, Ty Griffith. That's going to put it.
You know that guy, don't you?
I do know that guy. Extended family, 49-0. And as it stands right now, 49 points is the 2nd most scored against the Fort Lupton.
Roughly 9:30 on the clock. It hasn't stopped yet.
5:30 on the clock.
Or 5:30.
Urbina's going to take the kick for the extra point. That should be good. It is. 50-0. Beat Diggers put it on a 50 burger on the Blue Devils tonight. Homecoming night. It doesn't get much better than this for a high school football player. Everybody's getting in on the action. It's always a good night when I run out of spaces to put everybody who's done something on my stat sheet here. Literally out of spaces.
They got 4.5 minutes to go as they do stop the clock for the kickoff.
Nope, it's still running.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, they got caught it between the seconds there. Beat Diggers huddling up on the sideline, letting it run here. You better hurry up. The guy's out there watching his clock.
Yeah, no kidding. Those whistle tell him get out there.
Yeah, look at that. Ty's kind of bouncing across the field there.
Yep, feeling good.
See a freshman getting a touchdown, they get pretty exciting.
Got to feel good for Ty, been out with a shoulder problem.
You got 28 out there, too, and I don't know who that is. We struggled with those 8s last week, thinking it was a 0.
Yeah. It was.
Eric Urbina is going to have a sore toe tomorrow.
No kid. Going to kick off with the wind at his back, if there is any. Return man for the Blue Devils going to take it at about the 10-yard line. That's Hernandez. He's going to bounce his way up to the left side. Lost the ball.
Ball's loose.
He should have got it back, but Diggers are jumping up and down like they've got the ball. Ref signals that's Beat Digger ball.
It is.
Fumble by number 28, Hernandez. Beat Diggers got everything going their way tonight. 3.5 to go in the fourth quarter, up 50-0.
That ball kind of squirted around there and bounced around, and one of the Beat Diggers snuck in there between about four Fort Lupton guys and got the ball. Not sure who got the fumble, but the Beat Diggers have the ball at their own Fort Lupton's 25.
Another great starting field position. Northeastern Junior College. When it comes to your future, Northeastern is miles ahead, and they're a college that's close to home. Check them out online or in person. Cardenas going to take snap under center, hand it off, and that is number 35 again. Ty Griffith's going to weave and bob his way down to the 11-yard line. It's going to be
I'd like to set it back to the 12, but clock's still winding.
Still a good run. 2.5 minutes to go here in the final quarter.
Okay, just went in with play. This will go to the right.
Dunker and Griffith lined up in the backfield. Turn around, hand it off. No, it's a
nothing doing there for Dunker.
Inside handoff. Dunker got blown up.
Big 88, Adrian Hernandez.
5'11", 170. 170 seems kind of light.
Looked a little bigger than that.
Yeah, maybe it's the height.
Of course, the Beat Diggers aren't very big out there right now.
No, a lot of young guys getting a chance to play.
Some with numbers we don't even have.
Joshua Cantu still in the game at left tackle. Playing alongside number 64, Caden Lefevre. He's soft. Going to turn around, pitch it to the right. That's Caden Schwint. Caden Schwint's going to cut it inside, bounce it out to the right. Caden Schwint's going to get inside the right post pylon. That's another touchdown for the Brush Beat Diggers. And that'll put them up 56-0. That is the most that has been scored this season so far on the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. Caden Schwint with a really nice touchdown run there. 12-yard.
Yeah, you can pick them up and put them down.
No kidding. Bobbing and weaving, faking inside, going outside, maybe another fake inside, bouncing it out to the right.
We may not have time for the extra point. We're inside a minute to go.
Clock's still running, 45 seconds. Urbina's kick here for the extra point is, it looks good, it is good. 57-0. Clock winding down under a minute to go. Clock's going to continue to run here. I don't know if Beat Diggers will need to kick off or not.
I think the game's over.
The game should be over here.
Only 23 seconds on the clock. Huddle up on the side. Get ready for homecoming dance tomorrow.
Always a good time. Everybody loves homecoming.
Yeah, I kind of like it when they match up with the Oktoberfest. Had that big celebration last week.
Yep.
Car show. Oh, there's some awesome ones there.
Yeah, car show. Love the car show.
Lots of great food.
That'll do it for the homecoming game against the Fort Lupton Blue Devils. Brush Beat Diggers defeat Fort Lupton 57-0 on the back of so many different contributors. And we'll run through them here in our post-game show. We'll be right back. We'll take a quick break here and come back on 1010 KSIR and the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Brush Beat Digger post-game show, which is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center, a proud supporter of all of our area athletes. They'll serve you with all your home, farm, and ranch supplies with 3 locations to serve you in Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan. Tonight, the Brush Beat Diggers win one going away, putting up 57 on the Fort Lupton Blue Devils and holding their opponent to nothing. The stat leaders, there were a ton of them tonight. Nick Wellen, number 21, had 8 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown. Also had a defensive touchdown, a 21-yard fumble return. Hunter Dunn, number 33. Oh, I'm sorry, not Hunter Dunn. Kyle Wellen, number 23, had 78 yards on just 2 carries and a touchdown. That 70-yard scamper really kind of put the game out of reach for the Blue Devils. Jace Krieger, number 34, he also had 3 carries for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Luke Seawald, he had 2 catches for 45 yards. Cardenas, 11-yard touchdown reception. Hunter Dunn, number 33, he had a 70-yard touchdown reception. Caden Schwint, 12-yard touchdown reception, as well as another 2-yard reception. And then Yvonne Cardenas, 8. Oh, I'm sorry. I already mentioned him.
Yeah, well, you might have missed. Somebody's going to yell at you.
I know. Like I said, I have so many.
Ty
It was really
Griffith.
hard. Oh, that was another one. Yes, Ty Griffith. That's I can't forget that one. That's bad. Number 35, he had a touchdown there late in the game, a rushing one. Jackson Dunker also got several rushing attempts, was able to put him in scoring position. For Fort Lupton, number 2 Welch, he carried the ball 3 times for 16 yards. Number 28, Hernandez, he was kind of their bell cow, 11 carries, 35 yards. Their quarterback, Malongna, he had 5 carries for, call it 15 yards. Number 5, Hernandez, he had another 5 carries for 17 yards. And then Huron is 1 carry for 8 yards. Passing-wise, Hondo, 4 for 4, 126 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good.
Not too bad.
No, not too bad. They'll take that literally any night of the week. So Lance Swint and his Brush Beat Diggers, they move to 2-3 on the year. They go to Sterling next week. What do you think is going to happen up there, Rob?
Well, it's going to be tough, but the Beat Diggers are coming along. And when you hear Coach Mills is excited about the team, you know, you got to be positive, and I think it ought to be a good game. It's always interesting to go down to Sterling. A totally different offense for Sterling, so defense will have to get ready for that.
Luckily for the Beat Diggers, they're going to be coming in riding quite a high. It's pretty easy to feel confident putting up 57 on a team. That's probably one of the best high school offensive performances I've ever seen. And I played 6-man. I've seen 80 points scored before.
Yeah, that's crazy. But the last 2 were by the C team, basically.
Yeah.
The young guys, and they moved the ball and played hard, so that was fun to watch them.
Lastly, it is homecoming night for the Brush Beat Diggers. They'll have their homecoming dance tomorrow. Hope everybody has a safe, very fun weekend. Once again, the final from Brush Beat Diggers Stadium on 1010 KSAR on the Eastern Plains Sports Network. Your Beat Diggers win over the Fort Lupton Blue Devils 57-0. For Tyler Carmen and Rob Hastings, everybody have a good night.